March 1943. The Atlantic night hides steel hunters and the men within.
June 6th dawn. An unseen armada swallowed the horizon, destiny arriving in steel, slowly.
Olmson's Zeiss scanned that sea. Disbelief braided with professional duty and fear.
Batteries roared. Shells arsed, ocean exploding in iron and white fire now. Destroyer guns at point blank broke bunkers, hope cleaved by metal sound. Men waded, lungs burning, dogged by iron, faith stitched to grit alone.
Air above thundered. 14,000 sorties knitted a sky of dominance today.
He stepped into surf and history, heart hammering, rifle clutched, world narrowing.
Steel tore sea and sand, each impact drawing new lines on fate.
They fired because industry allowed it, because factories kept furnaces always burning farther.
Blood pooled under flares. Men named nothing, only numbers and urgent needs.
Tanks rolled out like promises, heavy metal answering the call of shore.
Each clink echoed families left behind. Cotton fields, factories, mothers waiting anxiously. Battery fired with practiced rhythm, believing metal could reorder human tides again.
Battleship guns carved the skyline with thunder, turning bunkers into ragged silhouettes.
Deception had frozen reserves, a phantom army where urgency should have stood waiting.
Paratroopers landed like scattered seeds, hard soil, sudden violence, courage in leaf.
Cold tightened lungs, each man promised home to himself and to empty air.
Danger close, adjust fire 1 degree west, elevation +2.
He called danger close, trusting metal over his own fragile, beating shadow.
Elite troops stared into the mouth of steel, their advance met by relentless metal.
He smoked like a man, holding the night at bay, counting breaths, not victories.
This debacle falls squarely on your shoulders, Colonel.
They measured loss in divisions and tanks, not noticing the erosion of spirit.
Years polished edges, but not memory. Age remembers the impossible armada still.
Beaches became highways. Enemy lines dissolved under a rival of endless machinery and logistics. They built ports from the sea, creating infrastructure from will and factory precision.
Diaries turned into confessions of awe. Industry had become the decisive weapon hereafter. A small photograph folded under blood remembered a life before war and distance.
They bled oil and steel, fixing holes in iron lives to keep hope afloat.
We thought ships were sacred. That morning, we learned how expendable things could be.
Numbers on paper became reality in sand and blood. Factories turning quotas into men.
Trucks streamed inland, each crate a quiet promise that more men could come.
Deception finally revealed. Reserves stuck awaiting ghosts, fate slipping through cautious hands.
He slept with lights and pistol, darkness a theater replaying smoke and cries.
Bunkers emptied of faith. Echoes of doctrine bounced off concrete and died inside. Ingenious machines solved tactical puzzles, turning brutality into engineered, practical solutions quickly. They delivered food, ammo, and sometimes letters home, tethering men to distant lives.
Mechanized pride faltered where roads disappeared. Supply lines became fragile cords of fate. Logistics sang a quiet, relentless song, each pallet another rung on victory's ladder.
Captives wandered through bureaucracy, some shocked into silence, others numb with generic fear.
Operation Fortitude's ghost army worked like a magician, making real reserves sleep.
Surgeons stitched futures from fragments, fingers working miracles while souls still trembled nearby.
Remember that time we tried to make moonshine back home? Nearly blew up the still.
The Corrie sank, a life taken by waves, yet the Armada kept rolling forward.
This is madness! We can't hold the line with these conflicting orders!
Ammunition arrived in tides, not miracles. War measured by crates rather than heroics.
His handwriting shook, letters folded with hope and apologies never yet asked for.
Engineers turned ocean into harbor, proving necessity and labor could rewrite geography's rules.
He read numbers and weather and men, finding rhythms that favored his side.
Retreat looked less like shame than tired men, dragging shadows toward uncertain nights.
Radios carried triumph and home. Each broadcast knitted distant families into war's tapestry.
Log entry 42. The expedition has encountered unforeseen variables at the convergence point.
Here are the sector maps.
It's collapsing! We need to pull back now!
So many years, and the pain never really leaves. Thank you for everything.
Film connects terrors with lives. Who chose remember?
Children listen like sponges to stories that are both horror and vital lessons.
Old letters carry youth forward and back again, binding living ears to past.
Stories turn events into lessons, shaping conscience and the meaning of sacrifice.
I'll try my best, sweetheart. Some names, you never forget.
Hands once trained to kill found other use, to heal, to hold, to forgive.
A paper boat set adrift,
carrying a child's small prayer into a huge sea.
Wars are measured in maps and numbers, but remembered in faces and long silences. 2 faces told one lesson. Industry wins battles, but humans bear war's aftertaste.
Life returns cautiously, stubbornly persistent, stitching ordinary days back over scars.
Stars do not judge. They watch centuries of men make choices and bear consequences.
We fought factories and math, yet still learned the language of grief and courage. Names of the lost appear slowly, each a life with history, love, and loss. Dedicated to those who stood and those who could not, so memory should hold.
Footprints fade under tide and time, but lessons carved into blood and stone remain.